So not that long ago, I got an email asking me, or suggesting to me, why don't I do my version of the five holy books, or 5 books that I would consider so important that there would be the equivalent of a holy book. And I thought about it for a long while, and I honestly in the end just couldn't come up with 5 books that I would put on such a level that I would call them holy books. So what I thought instead is I'd just talk about some books, just books that I found interesting and helpful in relation to magic and the occult. The first book is Advanced Magic for Beginners by Alan Chapman. And this is the book that I would recommend, I always recommend, if someone goes, this is the first book I should read in magic, how do I get into magic, what is magic, all of that. I would definitely suggest Advanced Magic for Beginners. And the reason why is because it's predominantly, can be boiled down to most of it, there's a lot more in it than just this, is try it, see what happens, record your results, do more of the good stuff, do less of the bad stuff. That's it, but it's a great book, very succinctly put. Yeah, if you want a book that's just going to introduce you to magic and all this is the one. The second book is The Force by Stuart Wilde, by this guy. And this is my original one from when I was a teenager, even coffee cup stain and all. And this is the thing that got me into all spirituality, which led to chaos magic and the occult and all that kind of thing. And it just is Stuart's kind of look at the world and the universe and what it's all about. I probably have more of a fondness for it than maybe I should. Maybe hasn't dated so well. The ideas probably aren't up to scratch, whatever. But yeah, I would still The Force. It has the 4 disciplines of the initiates in it, which is wonderful. That's worth it alone. Check that one out if you like your magic with a bit of New Age. Or The Quickening. The Quickening's probably closer to magic than The Force is, but I don't actually have a copy of it. I don't have it on the Kindle these days. Next, Blood of the Saints by Alan Chapman and Duncan Barford. Alan Chapman of the Advanced Magic for Beginners fame. This is a collection of blogs we put together from the Baptist Head website. And it is basically, it's volume 1 of 3, and so it's worth getting them. You can't actually get them physically anymore because they're out of print, but the PDFs are available online. They're on archive.com. Legally, I asked Alan and he said he's fine with it being put up there. And it's basically a year or so in the life of Alan Chapman and Duncan Barford as they meditate their way and magic their way through enlightenment. And it's a very practical, hands-on, honest and open look at meditation, enlightenment through the eyes of a magician. So watch your time. Next we have Liber Null and Psychonaut by Peter Carroll. Now, this is heavily dated and even Peter Carroll himself is not overly impressed with it anymore. But this is what the foundation of chaos magic is. So if you want to know what chaos magic really is and what it's about and what its approach is and its kind of the ethos, then this is for you. Now, this one, Modern Magic by Donald Michael Craig. While it's not exactly my bent of magic, has everything you would need to know to be able to have a conversation online with anyone in any kind of occult circle or forum. It goes through everything. It's predominantly kind of comes from the Golden Dawn type of magic, you know, like our Aleister Crowley type of magic, that kind of, you know, late 19th century, early 20th century ceremonial magic, and it has, you know, goes through all the different things like Tree of Life, the less vanishing ritual of pentagram, less vanishing, you know, the hexagram, all of that kind of stuff. And it's a great overview of all of those things, so it's totally worth your while just so you can understand what people are talking about, whether or not you even, you know, if that's your style of magic or if that's what you're into or not. And 13 lessons, 13 chapters, there's a bit about chaos magic at the end. Yeah, good book, worth your time, good reference book too. Now these last 2 are books I like that are probably can be seen in some sense as being cheesy or being, you know, kind of not proper occult things or whatever. But we have The Satanic Bible by Anton LaVey. I'm a big fan of LaVey, and I know he is who he is, and the Church of Satan became what it became, and all of those things. But particularly if you've come from a Christian, or more particularly from a Catholic background, then the Satanic Bible can break you out of kind of some sort of frame of mind or some mindsets that you may need to put behind. In the same way that there's that ceremony of saying the Our Father backwards and all these kind of things, just to break the mold of to totally leave your Christian heritage behind and that kind of stuff. But apart from all that, the Satanic Rule of the Earth number 7 that if you have done something by magic to acknowledge magic, or it will be taken away from you. That alone is worth your time in reading this book. Now, you know, I don't go the full way with that today and loads of things, and many things, but I like this, and I have a fondness for it. You know, it got me through a hard time, but it got me past stages of things that I needed to clear out or whatever. And you know, I like the aesthetics, and I like the tongue-in-cheekness, and I like the campiness of the whole thing. Probably more magic in it than Church of Satan would like to, you know, admit right now. You know, they seem to have swept the whole magic thing away, and you know, oh, it's just theatre, and it's just, you know, not quite sure right in the day. Think that way. Now, the Necronomicon. Most people's objection to the Necronomicon is that it's fake. As opposed to what? All magic is fake, all magic is made up. All of it, you know, is someone came up with it. It probably would have served itself better had it not named itself the Necronomicon and had the Lovecraft kind of connotations and connections, whatever, but then no one would have bothered with it, you know, so it was a clever name, clever ploy, clever marketing trick. It's, you know, it's as good a grimoire as any of them from a chaos magic point of view, and it certainly works, and I've had great success with it. And I would recommend it to anyone, you know, just read it, have a look through. I like the feel of it, I like the aesthetics of it, I like the kind of language of it, I like the idea of it. You can get it for like £2 online, secondhand, so you know, it's not a huge investment. So it's probably worth your time if you like your chaos magic mixed with some like Sumerian legends and kind of old Marduk stuff and Enki and all that kind of thing, and which, you know, why not? I like it. So yeah, while not holy books, they're certainly books that I have got something from or enjoyed or would recommend for various reasons to people who are interested in these type of topics. Kind of foundational books, I think. You know, from there you can go into all the other stuff, particularly, let's say, like your Liber Null or your modern magic or your advanced magic for beginners. They're certainly ones that, you know, would make a good first book. And out of all of them, I definitely recommend Advanced Magic for Beginners by Alan Chapman as your first magic book, if that's what you're looking for. So yeah, there you go.